Hello, chat. Long time no see. It's me, your one, your only, your home slice, Astrid. Is anything I think set up correctly right now? Most likely not. Does that matter to me? A little bit. Will I fix it? No. Today, we are reacting. What are we reacting to? Internet videos you guys have submitted. Yeah. So, I'm doing this and then I'm going to take a quick BRB and then I'm going to play some games. That's the plan for today. That is the plan. That is in fact the plan. So, we're going to start off with 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
It's not brought to you by Squarespace.
Ed is one of the greatest computers in the universe, which is surprising because I've seen your browser history, and yes, you do need fiber.
We don't want to talk about my browser history.
The human mind is one of the most capable learning machines we know of. Composed
of
86 billion neurons and another 90-odd billion glia and other cells.
Glia.
With wires forming trillions of
I don't know if
connections.
this is actually...
And while humans do have very impressive brains, even small numbers of neurons are capable of learning complex behaviors. A few hundred can control microscopic animals, like tardigrades. A few tens of thousands can control insects. Billions, and you've got a mind capable of reason, logic, math, and art. However, there's a problem.
It's just that the brain is made out of meat. What does the thinking, then?
Does the thinking?
The brain does the thinking. The meat.
The meat
that
thinks.
Means we can't use
the
all
meat
that computing
thinks.
Power unless it's attached to more meat. So until our meat robot is
What?
finished, we can't do much. And no, that's not a euphemism. We're building a meat robot.
I love me a good meat robot.
There's a link below. But what if we can grow the neurons directly attached to a computer from the start? Then we might be able to use them as a tool to control things for us. Living neurons are a lot more capable of learning than the simulated ones we use for AI, at least in theory. So we're trying to do just that. This weird-looking device is a prototype neural multi-electrode array. It's got a bunch of microscopic electrodes in it with tens of thousands of living brain cells growing on top. And today we're going to be talking about how we made it and how to grow neurons. But those electrodes aren't just decorative. This array is designed to be connected to a computer, and through that connection, the neurons are being trained to play Doom.
Of course, it's always Doom. It is always Doom.
It's actually anything but.
Oops.
We're building on decades of neuroscience and previous examples of groups using living neurons.
I don't trust my brain to connect, period.
For example, several years ago, a group from the University of Florida trained a dish of rat neurons to fly a plane in a simulation.
That's a sentence. They trained a dish of rat neurons.
The aircraft and keep it steady, which it handled well even when turbulence or wind was introduced. Others have used living neurons to control little robots. This one from Reed University in the UK uses ultrasonic distance sensors to tell the array of living neurons about the robot's environment and let it decide what to do about it.
That's a horrible decision.
Naturally as active hazard avoidance.
This is literally...
Most recently, a group got a batch of neurons to play.
This is literally the point to, like, most robot sci-fi horror shows. I just realized I didn't turn my bedroom light on. Vision. I turned my fan off. No wonder it's hot in here. I should turn that on. But it's so far away.
Hello. Which may sound less impressive than the other examples, but the way they handled their sensory input into the neurons was really clever and is where we're taking a lot of the inspiration in our control scheme. Though we're going to get to that
control
in a
scheme.
Point is, neurons are little prediction machines.
Yeah.
So if you design the stimulus you feed them correctly, you can make them learn to control anything, at least in theory. I know Kung Fu. Now, the reason we chose Doom is because it's a sufficiently complex task to be
I'm going to just randomly quote that, like, some serious shit's going to be going on. I'm just going to be like, but I know Kung Fu. That's beautiful.
But it can be deconstructed into a simple signal problem if you set it up properly. Doom only looks 3D. In reality, it's much closer to this. The character is basically just an arrow, enemies are circles, hazards are just shapes, all on a 2D surface. The game just renders it to look 3D, but there's no real difference. You can't
Fair.
actually tilt the camera. The gun just shoots anything in the center of the screen regardless of elevation. In order to play the game,
I didn't know
you
that
will
about
only
Doom. I've
need to
never
be able
played
to do
Doom.
a few things.
Doom
Move
playthrough?
forwards or
No.
backwards, turn left or right, fire the gun, change weapons, and interact with buttons and objects.
Ah.
As sensory input, the neurons need to know if the character is pointing at an enemy, approaching a hazard, near
Interesting.
something to interact with or pick up,
Ah.
and if they're near a wall. They also need to know if the clip of the gun is empty and their
It's very
head
cool.
stops.
Doom does a lot of neat
The
tricks.
other thing to know is that neurons like some types of electrical noise and dislike
I'm gonna be so honest. I
others.
don't have the
Repetitive,
patience for this.
predictable noise, like a simple tone or repeating
I need it
pulses,
in
they like
in
and will cause them to spike
1.25
more.
speed
Chaotic,
because
unpredictable noise they dislike and will actively try and
that's
minimize.
just who I am.
Let's look at one example and see how locating
ADHD
an
brain
enemy
go
will work.
fast.
With
Brr.
only 2 electrodes, there's a way to encode where an enemy is relative to the player. I think
Ah.
the easiest way to understand this is to experience it. So here's what I want you to do. If you're watching this with headphones on
Understandable
already,
and not at
congratulations,
all
you're already doing it.
shocking.
But if you're not, pause the video and grab headphones. Don't worry, we'll wait while you do.
I'm wearing headphones. See it?
All right, are
Okay.
you back?
No.
Okay, good. I'm going
I
to
never
look at the
left.
perspective of the array.
Okay.
Listen to the tones as the player turns.
It sounds the exact same to me. It
You may
literally
actually
sounds the
use
exact
a third
same.
electrode as an added stimulus for when an enemy is straight ahead, but I think you can see how it's fairly easy to figure out where the target is just with 2. There's a natural point when the player is aimed directly
Literally.
and the tones line up. For multiple enemies,
Was it supposed to sound different? I feel like that was supposed to sound different, but it didn't. Cause like that sounded the same to me. And like I'm not wearing cheap headphones. I'm wearing studio grade headphones. Maybe that's screwing me over somehow. I don't know. All I know is it sounded the exact same. Except for at a point it did go quiet for a little bit. It did not sound directional to me. Continue.
to prioritize whichever enemy is closest to start with,
Shoot.
but eventually a much larger array could include a lot more stimulus to track multiple enemies at once.
I see.
This isn't actually all that different from how some missiles work, only the thing
Oh.
deciding what to do about the tones is living neurons you need to remember to feed. Though, unlike a missile, the array doesn't know where it is, or for that matter, where it isn't. It's just listening to electrical jazz and trying to guess the next note. If we get the same basic thing for the other parameters, the array will have a pretty decent amount of information to work with to be able to navigate around. The way we know what the neurons want to do is to pick a group of electrodes on the array and then arbitrarily set them as an action. When the amount of neurons in that area producing electrical spikes increases beyond some threshold we'll set, we count that as the neuron's choice of action. There will likely be a lot of tuning to get the levels of this stuff set properly, and
I forgot that this was about rats. But I just looked over at the title of the video. I forgot this was about rats. So, remember, this is about rats, chat. This is about rats.
will also probably take time.
Don't
for the neurons
forget
to learn
that.
to respond and update their
Don't.
wiring. But this same basic concept can be used to break down the entire game into a series of signals the neurons can then interpret and act on. As a final touch to help train the neurons further and help encourage them to play the game, every time they get a kill,
Oh no,
every
it's
stimulation
Astrid. Oh
electrode will
no,
play
it's
a guessing
Seraphim.
tone. If they
Very
get
rat
killed,
heavy so
say
far,
by
yeah.
walking into a hazard or losing health, every stimulator electrode will play an annoying tone for a moment. So yes, we are trying to Pavlov the neurons, but jury's still out
Gotta
on whether or not
Pavlov
the
'em.
pleasant stimulus is the equivalent to a treat or an orgasm.
Oh.
That ought to keep the little squirts happy.
That came out of left field. I wonder if you could do that to me. No,
The rest
moving
is
on.
pretty much up to the neurons. We'll need to figure out how to play the game and score points purely from the incoming
Just
signals.
because I
But
think
to them,
it
they'll have
doesn't
no
mean
idea
I
that's what they're
should
controlling.
say
They're
it.
just trying to anticipate the noise coming in, and then adjust if they're wrong. We set it up in such a way to avoid situations where the array can find ways to not play the game. Now, if we ever want to be able to test this, we should probably get building. So let's now look at where we stand on making this real.
Yeah.
This video is actually the second part in a series, as we've been working on this for quite a while. There are a few basic pieces to the project. The first is, of course, the hardware. This includes
Sorry.
for quite a while.
Hold on.
There are a few
Meat Cubinator. Don't badass with me. Who decided that that was the name? Who woke up and said, you know what? Meat Cubinator. Like, I know that's not the scientific name or whatever, but I love this, the Thought Emporium. I do love me a good Meat Cubinator. It's cube, it's meat. What else should it be? I would call it the no, hold on. I'm gonna come up with something really smart. Please hold.
Few basic pieces to the project. The first is, of course, the hardware. This includes the array, the incubator to keep the cells alive, and
They actually have a fridge. I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was an actual physical fridge. I thought it was just a little graphic. Meat cube. Wow. Cubic meconium. I feel very proud of myself for that one. So I'm moving on.
For connecting the array to the computer. The next part of the project is the neurons that we grow in the arrays. These are living cells and require regular feeding and careful tending to keep alive. And finally, there's the software that will work as the bridge to interpret the signals that we collect from the growing neurons and feed signals into the array for the neurons to interpret and process. As you can imagine, that's a lot of things.
Because it's a playoff of cubic zirconium, which is a type of rock, because science rocks. And it's also meat, and it's also a cube, which is cubic zirconium. It's not funny now that I've had to explain it. You guys just need to get smarter, okay? Get smarter. If I'm saying you have to get smarter, you know you fucked up.
That need to work properly for it to actually function. We realize that trying to do the whole project in one chunk is way too much to chew.
Sure, Astrid.
Sure, Chibi has 3 parts. Growing neurons properly, getting signals out, and then putting signals in to control them. But there are some side quests too, and a final boss, but we're going to talk about that near the end of the video. Today, beyond just an update, we're going to be focusing on the first part, growing neurons. Something that became very clear from reading seemingly endless numbers of papers on this topic is that nobody actually knows the best way to grow them. Literally every company and academic lab
humans grow them every day? Just scoop them out.
The only way we were going to figure out which particular witch's brew works best and how delicate the little bastards actually are was to start trying to grow them and see what works. And I'm happy to report that we've now stress tested a protocol that seems like it works really consistently.
Mitosis them
shortly, because before we can grow the neurons.
Am I stupid? I'm pretty sure you could just collect some and mitosis them, or clone them or something. I don't know, man. I'm not no scientist. I'm a VTuber. Why does it sound like you have the video because I do. Because I have the attention span of a grapefruit. So I need it go zoom zoom for ADHD brain to not go, oh, look at that. LIRC neurons don't actually grow in the brain after a certain point. You have a limited amount of neurons in your life. So fucked up. It's because I don't have any more neurons and they don't grow back. You still get distracted anyways. This is a reaction video. Certain levels of distractedness are allowed. Shut up.
So we need to talk about what we're going to grow them in. When we buy neurons, they usually come frozen on dry ice.
Oh, you can buy them.
1 million live frozen cells. Last time we used stem cell derived human neurons, but at least for the next few experiments, we're going to be going with cortical rat neurons. This is for the sake of cost, availability, and the fact that cortical neurons from a rat can learn well enough.
There. I have absorbed all the knowledge in this computer database.
Since neurons don't divide, however many cells you put into your culture dish...
You still get distracted. MFW, the streamer reacts during a react stream. Yeah. I'm not like those other people who will just sit here and be like, yeah, the pinky and the brain clips peak. I'm glad we've circled back to the rats. I was wondering how the rats were involved in this, and now we know.
Or well is the maximum number that will ever be in that dish. And once they're growing, you can't mess with them or move them to another dish.
No,
so
that would be bad.
Experiments out really carefully in advance. There were a few questions that I wanted to answer with this set of experiments, and since every time we buy and grow neurons is really expensive, it's important to make sure that we answer as many questions with each attempt as possible. And of course, this is also where our wonderful patrons and other supporters come in to help.
What's that one quote? You give a man a rat and you satisfy his rat desire. Yeah, I think that was it.
Feed our monstrosities and get those answers.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, I tend to buy my monster chow from an
No,
online supplier.
I'm
but
not
what if you-
sponsored.
The question I
Skip.
wanted the answer to the most was the correct seeding density, because there was a huge amount of variation in the literature.
You want to
And if the
sponsor
density is
me?
wrong, that is, if there's either too many or too
Barbecue,
few
whatever.
neurons, they won't grow
that
and
was
spread and be able to learn
Squarespace.
properly. And we actually saw the effect of this in the experiments that you'll see in a second. So we'll be growing a
Ah.
normal 12-well plate of neurons.
No
to
free
figure out the correct
advertising
density
here.
Using the following amount of cells in each well. That should leave enough neurons left for a few tests of
You
the new
get me.
arrays. Speaking of which, there have been some big changes since last time. For this array prototype, we tried to be clever by ordering the new array design on clear PET film. The thinking was that if we just adhere the clear PET to a glass slide, we get a see-through set of electrodes and it's cheap and fast to make. This didn't work as planned. but
Yeah,
we'll get
that
to
seems
This
like it
design was
wouldn't
created
work.
by our team member Jonah, who you might have seen pop up in some recent videos. The
Hi,
array
Jonah.
features 46 electrodes with 120 micron tips, as well as 2 reference
Paying
electrodes
Astrid
on the
to sponsor the
outside, and it uses
competition
simple
so no
linear
one
measures to
buys
connect
it.
to the electrodes. But clear PET doesn't work the way normal PCBs do. and is
Honestly,
where
would
we run into
probably
trouble.
work.
The way they protect the traces is by sandwiching the metal between a second piece of PET. And for electrical connections,
Actually, side note about sponsorships. One, I had an opportunity to do a sponsorship, but then I realized it was for a mobile game, and I hate that, so no. But also, on my past life, before Opera, the web browser was a big thing, they offered to like sponsor my channel, and I turned them down because I thought it was a scam. So I just have, in hindsight 2020, your girl turned down a fucking Opera sponsorship because she thought it was fake, because it wasn't a thing yet. It wasn't widely known. And then like a year later, I'm seeing all these Opera GX things from like PewDiePie and shit, and I'm just like, God damn it. It was... I downloaded something from it. Let me see what it's called. Domino. It's a domino game with dreams.
they just cut holes in the film.
It looked
but the electrodes
kinda
that we ordered were
stupid,
so
I'm not
small they
gonna-
couldn't cut holes and glue the top layer on properly. So the company just decided to cut one big hole and send us that. All told, not thrilled. This means huge stretches of the electrodes are exposed, so any signals we get couldn't be localized anymore. And if the electrodes are too big, you just can't detect anything, because all the electrical noise from all the different neurons gets averaged out over such a large area. We initially attempted to fix this by covering the electrodes in some of the biosafe epoxy, and then trying to use our new fiber laser to expose the electrode tips, but we can never get this to work. So for today, we're just going to use the arrays coated in epoxy, and next time we're going to use traditional PCB materials at the cost of being able to see the neurons. Otherwise, we'll just get commercially made arrays, which I'm not opposed to. Controlling neurons is the part of the project I'm actually interested in, not really making neuron arrays. That said, if you work for a company that makes electrode arrays or neural recording equipment and want to send us stuff, feel free to
Denied.
epoxy. But this time, I cut an extra hole in the lid and glued on little laser-cut discs of acrylic. When doing cell culture like this, we use a special inverted microscope that looks up through the bottom of the dish. But this means that the light has to come down through the lid in order to illuminate it. So these little windows will let light in while letting us keep the lids closed. That said, these lids still not a perfect solution, so are something that are very likely to be replaced in the next version. But that's pretty much all the prep, so we can actually start growing stuff now. As always, all of our tissue culture work will be performed in our flow hood, with everything being sterilized and sprayed down with alcohol before bringing it into the hood. Before we take the neurons off the ice, we need to prepare their food, which is a special growth media. The particular potion that I picked was called Neurobasal Medium plus a B27 supplement. It comes from the manufacturer as a 2-part mix that you combine.
Why does it look like piss? Why does it look like unhealthy person piss? Why does that look like my piss after I've drank alcohol for two hours? This stuff, not this stuff. If your piss is this colored, see a doctor. Your piss should ideally be this color. Only a subtle yellow. I see piss color. I think piss. This is normal piss. This is like the standard. This is alcohol piss. This is go see a frackin' doctor piss. Piss.
Fine when you're ready to use it. To this, I also added some pen strep, which is a mixture of antibiotics to help keep the neurons healthy and sterile. This is especially important because we're using homemade stuff that can't be autoclaved. Speaking of which, we learned from last time that using heat to sterilize the arrays ends very badly. So this time we went with chemical sterilization.
I feel like that would be common sense. If the arrays are like flimsy little pieces of conductive material, I feel like putting them in a hot thing, not the smartest idea. I don't know about you, but that don't seem smart to me. See piss, think piss. Astrid is simple like that. Exactly. Once upon a time, I saw some piss. And when I saw the piss, I thought piss. Because piss is piss. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
The arrays to catch any that leak before we add any neurons to them. Once we found a few that held liquid, they were rinsed out and then sprayed down inside and out with 99% ethanol. Then we filled the arrays and their lids with a mixture of alcohol and 3% hydrogen peroxide. If I can't use actual fire to clean these, chemical fire will have to do. After a few minutes of soak time, the liquid was carefully drained off and replaced with several rinses of sterile water. All of our other culture dishes usually come pre-sterilized, so don't normally need this treatment. However, we're not going to be using the dishes on their own. Sense. Into the bottom of each well, we're going to be placing a glass cover slip. These thin discs of glass...
It makes sense, but it seems like they're going for like the cheapest options available, so I'm assuming cheap and heat, probably a no-go.
Are extremely fragile and can also even be tricky to see. The reason we're going through this effort is because of our microscope situation. We have two microscopes. One
That's not a lot of microscopes.
Can see the cells while they're growing in white light and looks up through the bottom. The other is our fluorescent microscope, and it can take these pretty fluorescent images, but it looks down.
That's really not a lot of. That's really not a lot of microscopes. I would want like two of each kind, and maybe like a third standard one. That's really not a lot of microscopes. Bro's working on a budget. I worked in a lab that did some polymer work, but they kept me out of the lab. I've done lab work. Do I remember much of it? No. I just remember there being a lot more microscopes.
You can't dunk the microscope objective into the well to see the neurons. So this way, once the neurons are grown, we can just fish out the cover slip and flip it onto a microscope slide. That way we can take nice images without needing a new microscope. But the neurons are contaminated and definitely ruined by doing this, which is why we need duplicates. The cover slips were first cleaned in alcohol and then placed into the wells. Then they were given the same alcohol and peroxide.
I feel like Astrid finding a way to make something dangerous.
While there are some cell lines that could...
Okay. I have never made anything dangerous. I've never made anything unintentionally blow up. On purpose, yes. Intentionally, no. Or wait. On purpose, yes. Unintentionally, no. See, in high school science, we got to blow things up. And I liked that. But in like the lab, I was a very good lab person. I couldn't see anything in the microscope, mind you, because I'm fucking blind. But I did some good things. I kept everything clean. And I wrote things down. And I... colors. Astrid practices lab safety. Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't friggin'... Because we always in the labs had to wear, even if we weren't really working on anything, we always had to wear PPE, including eye covers and masks and stuff. And I couldn't wear my glasses and the eye covers at the same time. So, of course, fuck my glasses, don't need them. So I just wore the eye protectors. And I just got to keep everything clean. Colors. And jotting notes down, which surprisingly didn't end too horribly, because my writing is shit.
Could stick to bare glass. Neurons most definitely are not one of them. So the last thing that we have to do before we add cells is coat the wells with a polymer.
I'm getting a sticky note out, so right.
Thankfully, this is super easy to do. I have a pre-made solution of it that I just add about 1 milliliter to each well and to the arrays. Think of this stuff as nano netting for the cells.
Nano netting.
We let that sit for at least an hour, then it's rinsed off with a couple rounds of sterile water. This is drained off and then replaced with culture media. We add 1 milliliter to each array and 2 milliliters to each well of the 12 well plates. These were then all placed into our meat incubator to equalize. If this is your first time seeing the meatcubator, its proper name is a humidified CO2 incubator. It maintains a temperature of 37 degrees to mimic the inside of a body and fills its inner atmosphere with 5% CO2. This diffuses into the liquid and helps hold the pH of the growth media constant, which is really important as any drift could kill the neurons. Cells are actually much more sensitive to pH changes than they are to temperature. By leaving the plates and arrays in the meatcubator, it gives the liquid time to warm up and equalize, so it's perfect when we go to add the neurons. Once they were warmed and ready to go, we quickly thawed the neurons in a hot water bath until there was only a tiny ice crystal remaining. Then they were sprayed down and the dishes and neurons were brought back into the hood. The nice thing is that there's 1 million neurons in 1 milliliter of liquid, so I can just put 1 microliter of cell suspension for every 1,000 neurons I want to add.
Chat
and then
is
everything
concerned.
was closed up, labeled, and then
my model's gonna stop moving for a
back to the
second.
incubator to grow. Rather than screwing the array's lids down,
I'm taking a photo of my beautiful writing.
On the first day, the cells just look like little round balls floating around, and at this point they haven't yet attached to the glass. After only a day, that had changed. All the little balls had now stuck to the bottom, and many were already beginning to spread out and send out very
I love a
clear
good
dendrites.
sticky balls.
But take note at how spread out they are, because as I learned, neurons move a lot. I guess we think of neurons as just being in their little spot, chilling, sending signals, but both during development and
I posted my writing on Twitter.
When the brain is
I'm
first
gonna
growing
delete
and
it after
developing,
stream,
neurons
but
need to crawl around so that they can get to the correct places.
now
in
you
the
know what
brain.
my writing looks like.
There are dozens, if not hundreds, of types of brain cell, so they often need to relocate from the place they form to where they're needed. This
My
one of the
writing is
behaviors I only
so
learned about after
quality,
seeing it
and
for
I
myself, and it
definitely
honestly really caught me off
learned how to write in cursive.
guard. At this point, I was still treating the neurons like delicate china, so after the first 24 hours when I
Yeah,
needed to do
because they
the first
kind of
media change,
are.
I pre-warmed some media in a 6-well plate in the meatcubator before use.
You've seen
I think
worse?
this is probably overkill, and just pre-warming
Yeah,
the
my
media
brother's
is probably
handwriting's
sufficient,
worse.
which is all I
Like,
did
the
for rest of
first one
healthcare.
isn't bad. The
Neurons
second
don't
one
actually
is
like it
rush
when you go
writing, and then the third one is my cursive. I'm not winning any championships with my cursive. Just saying.
Media change because they release a lot of stuff into the growth media that they use to function. So every 3 days when I need to change the media, I would just remove half and replace that half with fresh pre-warmed media.
So the
Each day
same.
we checked on the neurons, they grew and crawled more than the day before, and I was pleasantly surprised to see both how quickly and how easily the dendrites
They just stopped teaching it by the time I went to school. And like, bruh, I used to know how to write cursive and now I've completely forgotten it. Yeah. No, the only reason like I even think about cursive as existing is one, signature, can't do it. It's usually just a scribble. It's completely ineligible, illegible. Illegible? Illegible? Unlegible. Whatever. But my job interview today at the tourism agency, they wanted to see what my handwriting looks like. Needless to say, I don't think I got the job. Because I can't write in cursive. I can't write fancy, and my writing looks like shit. I'm like, I thought this was all computer based, but they're like, actually, we send out handwritten letters to our clients thanking them for using our services. And I was like, well, there goes my fucking shot at a job. I have the writing of a toddler.
dendrites form and become visible. Also, a trend began to develop really
Unemployed
quickly as the
Astrid
cells were growing.
continues.
At high densities, they would form all of these little balls of cells that just grew larger.
You don't want something all over clinical, like overly perfect. You want it to look like a person wrote it. Otherwise, just fucking printer. Like at one point, I had a font of my own writing that I made. I don't know why, because it was ugly shit, but
as time went
something
on,
I did.
and they send out thick cords composed of hundreds or thousands of dendrites in a bundle. At the lowest density, the cells stayed pretty nicely spaced out and slowly growing more and more dendrites. The medium density was somewhere in the middle. Some clumps, but even after a couple of days, it was obvious a dense network was forming. On day 4, things get exciting, and we get to our first stained samples. We'll be using a stain called calcine AM. This stain is really cool because not only will it make the neurons much easier to see, it'll only stain healthy, living cells, and it's super easy to use. All we do is replace the growth media with a special kind of saline that we use for tissue culture called HBSS.
Okay, my attention span ran out.
You might have seen this viral video of a polar bear coming out of hibernation
So
on
that's present.
social media. But this polar bear story is so heartbreaking.
Yeah, the polar
that it
bear
got
doesn't
the
look
nickname
healthy.
The unluckiest bear in the world.
Understandable,
This is
it's
Joey,
not in the
and
ideal
Joey
climate.
is an albino brown bear from Canada.
That is...
And one day, some people found him in the lush forests of Canada and they mistook him for a polar bear and notified the authorities. The authorities decided that he didn't belong there, and guess what they did?
They probably took him to...
They set up an operation to take him back to his
Yeah.
home. They sedated him while he was hibernating and quickly transported him to the North Pole.
That's kind of rude.
Joey woke up in a whole different world he never got used to. But the environmentalists were confused as to why Joey wasn't adapting to his new home.
Because he
They saw
wasn't
him
a freaking
shivering
polar
because
bear.
of the freezing temperature. That's when they understood that Joey was an albino, and they swiftly moved him back to Canada. But Joey was far from a comfortable life. As the same organization,
Thing is, you
mistook him
can
for a
tell
polar
when
bear
they're albino
and went ahead
versus...
with their routine. They sedated him while he was asleep.
Yeah,
transported
like...
him back to the North Pole, and days later, they realized their mistake and
I'll admit I didn't catch it at first because I wasn't really looking for it, but like, you can tell the difference between a polar bear and a grizzly bear, even if the grizzly bear is albino. One, polar bears' fur is heckin' white. No matter what, that fur is almost spotlessly white. Maybe like in the warmer months, it might get a little dirty here, but it is white. That grizzly bear was like orange. Yeah, you should also know based off of the facial shape. You should know based off of the ears. And I'm sorry, if it's an albino, look at his fucking eyes for 3 seconds. Bro fucked up. Poor Joey.
brought him back.
And they did it twice.
Again. In order to avoid further mistakes, they made a terrible decision to dye his fur.
That's a...
This didn't save him either, as another organization reported a dirty polar bear, and Joey was taken to
Oh,
a
that's a
polar bear
horrible
exhibit in
idea.
a zoo to be with other polar bears.
That...
Since he wasn't a polar bear, the other polar bears started...
Oh, how do they keep fucking this up? Like, I'm sorry, if you see something like that and you're just like, dirty polar bear, maybe rinse down to check first. And if it's dye, which one is not safe for polar bears, there is no polar bear safe dye. Don't listen to them. Oh, there's so much wrong with this. There's just so... I could... Ugh.
bullying and hurting him.
Yeah, because he's a fucking
Finally,
grizzly bear.
After all that he went through, they moved Joey to an enclosure for brown bears.
Yeah.
And that's where the viral video of a bear waking up from hibernation was shown.
Yeah, so you can actually even see it here, even though he looks kind of disheveled. So first of all, I know that this is probably like the dye is not completely washed out, but at no point in any of the pictures of him that they've shown has he ever been pure white. Number two, his facial shape is completely different. It's more boxy, and like polar bears have like kind of schnoodle schnoots, like noodly schnoots, and this guy got a box schnoot. Like, and the ears, for one. And his fur isn't thick enough. 'Cause you would not be able to see his skin if that was a polar bear, even after hibernation and looking like a mess. But you can see it on his back leg there. That isn't shadow, that is his skin, because his fur is thin because he's a grizzly bear. Moving on.
Nicknamed the unluckiest bear, Joey's
Yeah.
story highlights the profound consequences
And like
of
the
human
pink on the face is another sign of albinism.
misunderstanding and interference with wildlife.
Like, it could be from meat, but like...
Mistaking him for a polar bear due to his unique coloration, the activists' repeated attempts to return him to an inappropriate habitat not only disrupted his natural life cycle, but also exposed him to harm and mistreatment.
Yeah.
The repeated relocations, the decision to dye his fur,
Horrible,
and
really.
the subsequent bullying he faced among polar bears.
The smartest thing to do in this situation would have been to tag him. Like, I know that tagging is controversial. Some people are like, you shouldn't tag wild animals. I'm sorry. Just fucking tag him. so that this doesn't happen again. Just if you're releasing him back into the wild, tag him. Don't dye him. Don't just leave him to his devices. Just tag the bear. You already got him unconscious for the the move-in. Just tag him. Quick. Yeah. Dyeing him was insane. Because it's not even like there's no quote-unquote animal-safe permanent dyes either. Not to mention they shed and blah, blah, blah. Ugh, it's just the whole thing. But see, here. This is an actual polar bear. This isn't one of the weird guys. Guy before, box. Guy now, swooped. Schnoodle snoop. Polar bear.
Illustrate a series of well-intentioned yet misguided human actions
Idiotic.
leading to the suffering of an innocent animal.
Like, he got the Kermit face.
Should humans interfere with wildlife? What's your opinion on this story?
Not when
Let
that's
us know in
fucking
the comment
stupid.
section below.
Oh, that made me surprisingly angry. Poor babies. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you pick these videos for me, Huanya? I know you're streaming right now and you can't see this, but why? Okay, this is literally just reversed. Okay, no. Just no. Okay, wait, where did that... Oh, this one. Okay. Sorry, what? I just realized the cow got a little chef hat. Is there a rat under it? Ratamooey? Oops. Nom nom nom. Yeah, that seems about right. Cows are menaces. Blah 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 blah. Cows are menaces. Yum 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 yum. Why would you even try? Ratamooey. Yeah, no, yeah. That seems about right. Yep. Why would you open your mouth and try and catch that? Cow saliva is not safe for human consumption. That's so polite just for the last one. Ugh. Okay, we're on to yours, Tyrant. Work lunch.
Just get one freaking hot dog. Just one hot dog.
Can I just get one freaking hot dog?
Just plain.
Just plain.
Bear.
Bear? Bear.
You keep the change. Thank you. Thank you. You know why you're the perfect business partner?
I know why.
You like the bun.
I like the bun.
I like the hot dog.
I like the dog.
What?
Actually has beat the shit out of me on multiple occasions.
Really?
But what I'm saying is
I
that
would beat the shit out of you on multiple occasions. Let's be honest.
if we don't become the richest men in the world,
If we don't become the richest men in the world, I might put my head under a car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat.
and let it pop.
Yeah.
Money is everything.
I might join you in that, dude. If we don't get rich, I'm gonna frickin' pop my knob.
You know what I would do with love for money?
Shit on it.
Poop on it. Open my butt and poop on it.
Open
No.
Your,
Can I have your jacket? I'm freezing.
yeah, here. You hold my bun real quick. Just put it in your hand. Your hand. Give me your hand. Arm. This one.
Which way?
This one. Not both. Okay, I guess that works.
Can I just get one?
Bro.
You wanna play monkey British boy?
Well, I call monkey.
All right, I'll be British boy.
What a mean little monkey.
Oh, monkeys don't talk.
I just get bored with monkey.
Well, why'd you pick monkey then?
Because I wanted to like see if I could introduce the talking to him.
I'll show you how to play monkey. Let's
Hey, little monkey.
Hey, you. Oh, my monkey.
Hey.
We gotta work the rules out for this game.
It's a tough game.
It's a role-playing game mainly. There's not really a point system.
Monkey
Yeah.
and British boy have nothing to do with each other on paper.
I guess we should maybe come up with a backstory. Maybe.
What if we change it to talking British monkey and British boy?
Become sentient monkey. Here's an orb. The sentient orb.
Here's an orb, little monkey. Become sentient with the sentient orb. Tee. I know, this feels like my mental state anytime I do anything, just slowly delving further and further into the pit of madness.
Speak.
What am I?
You're the most beautiful friend I've ever had.
What am I?
What am I?
Oh, different.
That's what makes you so special in this world.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
that's the game.
Holy shit.
That's the game.
That's
Yeah.
the game.
You wanna play monkey British? Stop trying to give me a negative body image.
Your mouth looks kind of piggy when you say that.
Okay, hey.
Yeah, go ahead, cover up pork roll with sausages.
Don't attack my fingers. I need to use these a lot.
It is bad. Last week I got fired for making fun of a guy's torso and how his kids look.
Yeah, I guess I just don't understand what you're getting from it.
Well, I just think it's funny to see people's eyes change when they look in the mirror.
I guess explain to me where you're getting the humor from in that.
Because it's like they don't see themselves anymore, and that's funny.
You're bringing people into a very dark place when you do this.
And you're bringing your hips up a size when you have a cupcake.
I'm so... That's so mean, but in the funniest way imaginable.
I kind of see it, and Shakira says hips don't lie, so it's gotta be true.
I think I just...
Come on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
kind of hate myself. That's why I do this.
Are you having trouble because
I kind of hate myself. That's why I'm doing. That's so sad. Because you're small and tubby.
You think I'm small and plump?
I just thought that maybe you were about
He's firing back now.
to your body issues onto other people.
You know, you don't get to just comment on what people look
You
like.
just did that for like 90 minutes to me.
Yeah, but I'm more susceptible to words.
I think you're more of a dish it out, can't take it kind of guy.
And I think
Yeah.
you're a dish out, eat the whole dish, get another dish kind of
I
guy.
think you just need to let people feel about their bodies how
You
they
think I
feel.
need to let people think about how their bodies, how they
Okay,
feel?
I'm gonna go call somebody.
Is it pizza delivery?
No, I'm thinking family or a trusted friend. Stop trying to give me a negative body. The cat orb is hogging the game right now.
It's my turn. Stop complaining.
I said you guys could switch off when you die.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's not immediate danger when you drive around like that. It's not fair.
Nope, my turn. I can play how I want.
Keegan, we made the rules. Now please follow me.
Yeah.
You got trouble.
I didn't get in trouble. Just explaining.
This is so fun playing the game right now.
Hey, rubbing it in, I hit the TV.
You're so quick to violence.
No, I just want to rip my ears out so I can't hear the evil you speak.
Enough with the teasing.
I'm not allowed to say I'm having fun. This house sucks.
Now he's cursing
Yeah.
and teasing. That's two of them. That's two bad things.
Enough with the cursing, boys.
I didn't even cuss. I didn't even say anything.
You were gonna cuss. I can tell you're getting freaking pissed.
Piss. He said piss.
Cat entity.
He said
enough.
piss.
Hey, sorry. Just have Keegan breathing down my freaking neck.
You
Yeah.
don't even have a neck to breathe down. No neck, boy.
Oh, now he's making fun of my disability.
I think your disability is not being able to share.
Okay, that's it. You both need to get off the game.
Oh, great job, Keegan.
Yeah, it's my fault. Blame me. You blamed everyone for your
I know.
divorce.
You guys want to do a puzzle or something? Something with teamwork?
He's still playing. You told him to get off, and he's still doing it. The cat orb is hogging.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Did you know that seal has fingernails? Oh, wait, shit. Did you know that seals have fingernails? Because I didn't, and now I do, and my life is worse for it. I always thought of seals as just these cute...
Why do they have fingernails? Why? Why? Expound.
little things look like that. But no, turns out they're packing whatever that bullshit is. I guess this kind of makes sense, unfortunately, because the structure of a seal's flipper is the exact same structure as our hand.
Yeah, I
guess. Whatever this is.
But...
I mean, look at the damn thing. It's not exactly hard to tell that we have a common ancestor. This is a great example of how evolution can take a long time to get rid of things. And in some species of seals, like the elephant seal, they've actually been modified into little scrapers, serving an actual purpose, instead of just becoming vestigial like these ones. This is, of course, not nearly as bad as the fact that a hoof is also a fingernail, and that the entirety of what looks like a horse's foot is what evolved to be a middle finger for us. The fact that almost all of that is a finger is so wildly disturbing I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, I just had to share this with you because it's so insanely fucked up. Share this with a friend to make them know.
Like, I can get the elephant seals with them on, like, the tips of their fingers, but, like, the nails just in the middle, like, that far. And why do they look human-shaped? Like, the other ones looked kind of more like claws. I can let that slide. Why? Does that mean horses are always flipping us off? That is a very good question. I would like to know too. Also, hi, Crooked Gamer. Welcome, welcome. Hi. We are currently reacting to videos that viewers sent. Hi, Halo. We have yet to get to yours. Okay, why is my model frozen? Hello. There we go. I think we're getting close to yours. I think yours are the last ones on the list.
Did you guys hear that they found this under the pyramids? Because I can tell you confidently they absolutely did not find this under the pyramids. I'm sure y'all have also seen a bunch of these conspiracy accounts posting images like this, claiming that they just discovered these 8 2-kilometer-long structures hidden underneath the pyramids. But you know what you might not have seen? The actual data that they got. Are you guys ready for this? This is gonna blow your fucking mind.
What am I looking at?
This, and they interpreted it as this. Are you fucking with me? This data was obtained using SAR technology, which is pretty much like doing an ultrasound from high Earth orbit. Then the researchers didn't bother.
That just looks like somebody sitting to me. That just looks like somebody's ass cheeks.
It's so wildly misleading that it's actually kind of hilarious. And I just made a video talking about how stupid this is over on YouTube. YouTube channel Mini Minuteman. Look at that, we just hit 2.5 million as well. That's pretty fucking cool.
Oh wow, I thought this was like a small channel.
Did you guys hear that they found... You guys hear that they just found this pile of sticks? You might be wondering what makes this pile
wow,
of
I
sticks
love
so
sticks. Tell me more.
Not normally this old. This is the remains of an ancient hunting kit. An
old
archaeologist
sticks.
discovered it in the San Esteban rock shelter in Texas.
I love me a
It is
nice
estimated
old
to be
stick.
6,000 years old. See, most artifacts of this age are all made of stone because more
Yeah.
delicate natural materials like wood and animal hide all decompose.
Fair
So
enough.
while finding projectile points is obviously fascinating, finding natural materials like this is actually much more rare and can tell us a lot more. These items can all be
Understandably.
radiocarbon dated, and chemical analysis can tell us a lot about the ancient environment that this hunter once lived in. Amazingly, the scene that these things were discovered in was so well preserved that we almost know exactly how they got there. Right near where these were discovered, there was a small fire in ancient human waste. Many of these darts and hunting instruments were broken, which means that an ancient hunter once used this cave to take 5, go to the bathroom, and get rid of all of his broken tools. After he
You know what,
left, his little
iconic.
campsite would go untouched.
We all should go into a cave, take 5, go to the bathroom. Yeah. We should all do that sometimes.
You guys hear that they just found this pile?
Okay, last one. It's just a rock.
Wow. That's one of those ones that just makes you kind of like close your phone and just sort of...
It's literally just a rock. I get that it's shaped like a pyramid, but it's just a rock. Erosion can do that. Weathering can do that. What's he about to say?
Stare off into the distance in just sheer disbelief. Now, I have pretty much no context at all for this. There's almost nothing to debunk, except for this part. This part's pretty funny.
Sometimes you say that you're fine.
What?
So yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. It could very well just be someone completely fucking around, but I thought this was a really good example of how most conspiracy theories are just based in like primal level pattern recognition. Like seriously, the next time you see an
they really are.
archaeological, claim that seems a little bit dubious, think about if it's just rooted in it looking like something else. Their hands all look the same. These things all look the same. These rocks all look the same. I promise you, you will upgrade your science literacy game by 1000% once you start weeding out theories just based in something looking like something else.
Yep. I'm gonna give you a huge life lesson, chat. Huge tip. Rocks look like rocks. Even if they're different rocks. Wow. Okay. I thought you linked a lot more than that, Halo. Yeah, you did. I don't know why. Oh, because they're all under this one for some reason. Okay, I'm skipping anything that's a song just because I don't want to get DMCA'd. Is this one a song? We'll find out.
It is good day to be
Okay, it's a song, but it's not going to be DMCA'd.
you dead. I'm dead.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Gotta love the
I'm
TF2
dead.
memes.
Why?
I am dead!
I don't know. I think it was you are dead. Okay. What's up, you wankers? Who's up for it? Ah, what the bloody hell just happened? The heavy is dead. The heavy is dead. Correct.
The heavy is dead.
Don't murder him. No, sorry, mate. I will find him. I will capture him. And no one will ever die again.
Wow.
Attention. The heavy is dead. We know. Who killed him? We don't know. I will find clues. What's that? A weapon? That thing is why that heavy is dead.
This is beautiful.
The heavy is dead? Yes.
Moving speech from Spy Indeed.
No! Heavy is back! Never mind.
In my medical opinion, that heavy is dead!
Doc, what? My professional opinion? The heavy was killed!
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Thing to worry about. Well, now what?
Hands up, ladies. Clippity clop, everybody. Look at this. The freaking heavy's dead.
Wow,
What do you think
thanks.
of that?
Yes, scout.
Yeah.
Go home.
Ah, come on. Freaking unbelievable. No, seriously.
Okay, let's get back to the point. I think heavy is dead.
The heavy is dead?
I didn't hear you. Oh, serious? Me? Who killed heavy? It was me. Yes, I did it like this.
Okay.
That's the joke, lads. It was him.
How did
You know, I did it. That was a joke. I'm dead. That's right. It was me. You.
This is very unhinged. Wow.
boy? And another thing, you're ugly.
Call him ugly. Oh no. You'd never call a heavy ugly.
Engineer! Damn it, heavy.
You are dead.
No! You
Rest in peace, engineer.
big surprise. Well, that was idiotic. Off to hang myself. Off and left.
Me.
But what?
Perfect.
I am alive.
No.
Yes, this is stupid.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna die. I thought for sure he was gonna die. I poisoned the water supply?
I poisoned the water supply. Now everyone dead. Whoops.
That is a Nell video. Hi, me. Uh Dude.
Hey, paisan.
Patrick has a gun. Stop trying to give me that video. Okay. Vsauce home security?
Vsauce, Michael here. Your home security is great. Or is it?
Oh, hi, Vsauce.
Hey! Do you want to see the most illegal thing I own?
Yeah. Cool. Is this like a timeline? Blum 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 blum. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Okay. Is it gonna do anything other than cool animations? Oh, chess. The retro computer demo scene? Oh. It's one of my favorite things that are made on older hardware. Ooh. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Hi. Only Commodore PET makes it possible. Wait for encore. And huh. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Ah. No. Interesting, interesting.
Today is the worst day of my life. Maybe wasting 9 hours on YouTube will help me feel better.
Yeah.
A 9-hour video essay on why Minecraft is dying. Count me in.
Minecraft is one of the most bestest selling games of all time.
Yeah.
But recently,
Stonks.
it's kind of sucking. Today we're going to be exploring exactly why Minecraft is dying.
Well, you flashed like 50 different pictures at the same time. I don't even understand what was going on.
Part 1. Politics.
Politics?
This
Politics.
is the number one reason why Minecraft is dying.
No,
if
it's
you look
not.
closely, none of the recently elected presidents of the United States ever mentioned playing Minecraft.
That doesn't make
This has
any...
led to the slow decline of the game.
I just do not agree with your opinion.
Part 2.
Wait, is he just
Mojang.
reusing footage?
This is the number one reason why Minecraft is dying.
Okay, that's the second time you said that.
Recent updates have been killing the game rapidly. This is because they just don't feel right. Here's an example of me playing a mod pack that makes the game feel more immersive and alive. This is why Mojang is doing wrong.
Alright, that was convincing. I'll give him that.
Part 3. The community.
That wasn't convincing. That was Fortnite.
The community?
This is the number one reason why Minecraft is dying.
You just said it was Mojang.
The player base keeps complaining about the updates Mojang is releasing, so they're actually just being really annoying.
You just contradicted yourself.
I feel sorry for Mojang for the hate.
You were just roasting them 5 seconds ago.
Part 4.
Fortnite makes a rather
Politics.
compelling
I'm
argument.
done.
No.
That was...
I hate
experience.
Fortnite with a
I'm gonna watch
passion.
something else now. Why Minecraft is the best game ever. This should lighten up my mood.
Minecraft has sold over 238 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
Why is he using Bing?
Minecraft was created in November
Yeah, why
18th,
is he using
2011.
All right. Interesting.
20.7% of Minecraft players live in England.
His other tab says free X-ray hack client Minecraft. Uses fucking Bing.
That's not really important, but okay.
The Great Depression.
Bro,
was the
this is
global
not
economic
Jeopardy.
crisis.
How to milk players Minecraft. How to milk players. Sorry, now I need to go back to the first one that he showed. Rick Astley never gonna give you up. Yeah.
Minecraft players live in England.
Oh, that's not really important, but okay.
The Great Depression.
Bro,
was the
this is
global
not
economic
Jeopardy,
crisis
okay?
that Minecraft is so popular that they
Are diamonds real? Real life diamond.
Made Minecraft diamonds in real life.
No way, that's crazy.
Today, we're going to be going over
Yeah.
why Minecraft is the best game ever.
Right, that was a good intro. I like that.
One of my favorite parts about Minecraft is its attention to detail. You only have one head, but 2 arms. This speaks volume about Minecraft's knowledge of anatomy.
Oh. Well, maybe you're looking a little creepy, but that's cool.
But not only that, 1 plus 2
Okay, now you're
equals
playing
3.
NCCI,
Withers
and you're
have
teaching
3
us
heads.
math?
Withers have 600 health points. 600 divided by 12 is equal to 50.
Okay.
Minus 4 equals 46. And do you
Alright.
know what 46 is the number of?
The number of presidents of the United States. Minecraft's political agenda is one of the many reasons.
Let's just try one more video. Why Minecraft isn't fun anymore. Alright, let's see what this video has.
It's you.
What?
You're the reason Minecraft isn't fun anymore.
Are you talking to me? Wait, why? What did I do?
Don't you see? Some people will always need someone to get mad at instead of enjoying life. And now, it's your turn.
Maybe drugs are bad for me.
Sneak attack!
Please, I have so much to live for!
Die, suffer, feel the consequences of actions that aren't your own!
Stop trying to put me on this Nell video. Okay, let us see what my likes are. My own videos. An Asa video. That's embarrassing. An Akira cover. I like that I like my own videos. Somebody's got to do it.
I'm Sans the skeleton. I'm actually supposed to be on watch for humans right now, but you know, I don't really care about capturing anybody. Now my brother Papyrus, he's a human hunting fanatic.
Oh look, it's him. That was beautiful. Thank you, chat. Okay, now you're gonna... Well, that's just fancy. Okay, now we're gonna switch back to this ye old thing. Okay. So, the plan. Got an ad. That's actually probably good timing for an ad. 'Cause I am gonna do some things. I just opened the video I just closed. We're gonna pretend that I didn't. Let us find something to watch while I go on BRB. Not watch, listen to. Hide back from the ad now. This Doom ad? You got a Doom ad after I watched something about Doom earlier? That's funny. It was Doom that we were watching earlier, right, chat? Anyway. I need to find the right background music video so that I can go and take my pills. Take my pills. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna go take my pills and then I will be back. That's not what I want. Okay. Thank you, chat. I'll be right back. This ad break is brought to you in part by Astrid Anarchy. She doesn't have sponsors because she's too dumb. Alright, now back to the music. Hello, hello. Welcome back to me. Immediately got batted. Took my pills, didn't choke, didn't die. Hi back. Hi, tyrant. Okay. I have to update. Okay. And now perfect. Okay, we're updated on the Twitch side of things. Now I just need Yep. To update my other over on YouTube. And then we're gonna be playing our game. It is just the demo of the game. I do not own the final version. My brain stopped working for a second. What else is new? Okay, so we're playing White Knuckle. It is a game that I saw Markiplier play, and that is why we are now playing it. Because I think I'm going to be terrible at it. Okay, very loud indeed. Let me uncrank that. Okay, settings. Do not want full screen. Do not want. I want 1080. Brightness has to be all the way up because otherwise I can't see. I want subtitles. Okay. I'm gonna... Just gonna... Jesus, that is real loud, admittedly. Look sensitivity, controller acceleration. Okay. Let me... No, that's not what I wanted. Let me... Why would I resize it in OBS when I can resize it on my desktop? Okay. Music is now much quieter. Overall game sound is now much quieter. So let us... Sure. Let us do the tutorial. Okay. Basic movement is WASD. Hello, future
maintenance worker. Welcome to the substructure 17 maintenance
to jump.
traversal exam. This exam will test your navigational and problem-solving capabilities to ensure that you are capable of accessing even remote parts of the substructure.
Okay. Okay. Your right and left click readies your hands to grab a climbable surface. This seems like something I'm going to be horrible at. This seems like something I'm not going to be good at. This too will be tutorialed. This wall is mantleable even from all the way down here. Go to try, jump and aim for the top. Okay. Can I... Okay, I need to press space when I'm doing that. So space, space, grab, space. Okay, but I need to do that better. And I need to pull myself up and then space. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it. I didn't mean to do that. Crouching. You can crouch with the crouch button. I know it says C. Oh, C and control do it. Okay. Okay. Can I climb ladders? I mean, there's probably no point, but let me just... Okay. I'm not going to be good at that. It's nice that both work, yeah. Point to point. Climbing challenges often require traversing from point to point, handhold to handhold. Follow the handholds here, and don't forget, you can mantle on ledges. Okay. Gotta wait for my hands to de-redden. It's like I'm a monkey, but not good at it. Not good at it, monkey. Okay. Momentum. It's important to use momentum to your advantage. Jump to this hanging pole while readying your hands. Once on it, swing back, then swing forwards. Release with a jump to fly further. Okay, so... forward. Okay, I did it. I thought that would move, but it didn't. That's fine. Note how your hands auto-grab the pole while readied. If you ever find yourself falling down, ready your hands and hope you can grab something in time. Okay. Yes, a rigid rope, indeed. Just painted steel, no doubt. I think it was a pole. Yeah. But did it not say it was a rope? I thought it said it was a rope. Okay. Well, I was bound to mess it up eventually. Okay. I don't really... Can I... Ah. Mantle schmantle. Can't remember, to be honest. Fair. Okay. Notice that your hands will gradually turn red as you climb. Holding onto surfaces will drain your stamina, and you will lose your grip when your stamina runs out. Each hand will regain stamina when it's not holding onto a handhold. Okay. Okay, I help. Okay. I barely did that, but I did it. Okay, I did it. Cans of food restore stamina. Don't forget to cast... How do I... Can you tell me how to toss? Okay, but how do I... Inventory? Q and E. Okay, but how do I get rid of? Okay. Oh. You can pick up an item by grabbing it with either hand. Use the item by pressing the hand button, holding the item. Items can be stored in your inventory by holding tab and clicking where you want to place the item. Opening in... I gotta press 1. Okay, and 3. Okay. Littering. Wow, if I read. Opening your inventory and grabbing an item will put it back in your hand. Okay, so I'll take another one of these, but I'll put it there. Okay. Incumbents. If you're carrying too many items, your inventory will turn red. Picking up more items will encumber, slows you down for each extra item added. Okay. Pitons. Pitons help you create handholds, though until hammered in fully, they are not permanent and secure. Once placed on a wall, use the hammer to knock it in. You can place them while climbing, but keep an eye on your hand stamina. Okay, so what if I... Okay. Can I, like... Ah. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. Oh. How do I put things away again? E. I don't need it. Okay. Tip: using your inventory while hanging and pull out a piton? Yeah, the giant board. It's almost like they wanted me to read that first or something. Nah. Tip: use your inventory while hanging and pull out a piton while climbing. Swap hands when one gets tired and use the strained hand to hammer in the next piton. Don't forget to keep hanging. Oh. I might have fricked myself over. Okay. Well. Ah. Okay. I see. I think I understand. I think I understand now. Okay, so climb, up, climb, up, climbing. Okay, and then I'm so good at this. And then and then E, and then boop, no boop, boop, boop. Can I like stand on top of that or something? No. Okay, so I need to have the next one ready. So I go like this. No, that's not what I wanted. So I'll go like this, and then when I'm up here, I'll place, and then I'll go like, and then I'll go boing, 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 boing. Perfect. And that should be enough to get me up there. So I'll put you back here, and I'll go boop, and I'll go boop, and I'll go boop, and I'm here. And nothing has ever gone wrong. Perfect. And then I got 2 more of them. Okay. I'm doing better at this than I thought I would. Still not great, but... You have 2 pockets in your inventory represented by the circles on each side. You can store a single item in from each hand. You can place items in your pocket or pull items from it into your hands by hitting Q for your left hand and E for your right hand. You can also place or grab items from your pocket through your inventory screen like normal. Be careful, large items will not fit into your pockets and must be grabbed from your inventory manually. Okay. Okay, and then I... Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's how I fall. Okay, perfect. And then I cycle you away. And then I go up, and then I grab you, and then I am up. Okay. This game has a lot going on. Scuff. Yeah. Bug. 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 I want bug. Gimme. 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 Nope. Can't have bug. Hammer ring. Hammer ring? What's a hammer ring? Squish. Your hammer can be used to break certain obstacles and objects in a pinch. It can also be used as a weapon in case of self-defense. Break through these boards with my hammer to continue. Rebar. Okay. Rebar can be thrown to make a handhold at a distance. It will ricochet off surfaces if you throw it at a shallow angle. Aim carefully. Be careful about throwing rebar when you're not on solid ground. You will lose your grip on handholds and be knocked back. Okay. Oh, that's... I didn't think that that was going to be what that did right then and there. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I see. It wants me to, like, aim them at certain points. Well, I missed. Does that surprise anyone? No. That's probably close enough together. Well, I just threw that where another one was, so that's definitely not the most helpful thing ever, but... No, not in the slightest. Okay. Well, let me just... And one more. Okay, and then... Run and jump, run and jump, run and jump! No, let me grab. No, why am I... No. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. No! Abracadabra, abra unana. Abracadabra, abra unana. Bug, bug, bug. 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 But I can't put it down. Okay, I'll just put it in my inventory then, that's fine. Rope can be swung using WASD while looking horizontally. It can be climbed by looking vertically. Jumping off a rope while it is swinging will give you a boost. Great for crossing big pits. Okay. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Bug. I did it!
Thank you, maintenance worker, for completing the substructure 17 maintenance traversal
It is
exam.
bugging me that I can't put it down.
Congratulations. You are the first worker to complete this course in the last 12
Hello,
levels.
Mello. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Welcome in.
32 days.
Nice to see you here again
A
today.
glass of wine in your habitation's designated
Oh.
recreational center.
Let me habitate.
Reminder,
Cool. Can I play? I can, despite this being a demo. Interesting. Run? Where are we going? I keep forgetting to let go with my other hand. I think I can. I'm like a monkey. Okay. Ha blah. Ha blah. Ha blah. Ha blah. Ha blah. I did it. Ah. That's really bright. What's that?
Emergency.
Oops.
Unauthorized access detected in biohazard containment lab.
Couldn't possibly be me.
Lockdown initiated.
I have access. I work here. That's all the access I need. Okay. I am so okay. So fine. I work here. Okay, we're spinning. We're spinning? For why though? Uncertain. Oh, no. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Okay, where am I jumping to? Warning, do not climb. Okay, then I'll go the other way. No, but wait, there's nothing either one of those ways. Oh. Don't try and close on me.
Emergency. Structural instability detected in tunnel 7.
This is like
evacuation recommended.
Really intense. Like, I'm having to put all of my focus into this, so I'm not really paying attention to you. Sorry, chat. I'm sorry for neglecting you, chat. Oh, rebar. What? What? Not rebar? What is that? What is that? That's disgusting. No. Okay, where was I supposed to go from this? No, 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 no. I'm in the souls of the damned. Okay, so obviously it's not that side that I need to go on. What? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No, stop. Stop. Get eaten by a barnacle? What is snack? They are barnacles, apparently. Probably not good for your health. Probably not. Oh, look, there's like a little person shadow here. And like another person there. And then a crab. And then a whole bunch of little faces screaming in the darkness. I was horribly devoured. I see, I see. Ah, I have a hammer. Uh-oh. Door? No, that would be too easy. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Gala Evan. Hi. I'm currently very much locked in, but I see you. And I'm not ignoring you. I'm just very locked in. Oh. I see. I see. I think what I need to do is throw you, like, there? And then not do that. That's a gross glorby noise. No. Stop being dumb. Me? Haven't seen plays heavenly noises, so you simp. Oh, you broke little simp. It's okay, you're my broke little simp. Okay. No. Uh-oh. How am I?
Notice. Routine power diagnostics in air exchange scheduled for tomorrow. Expect localized system interruptions.
Okay. I'll expect that then. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. No, you. Ascended 50 whole meters, guys. Don't mind me, I'm just letting my hands cool off. Ooh, shiny bug. Okay. Okay. It doesn't actually. No, it can't expect me to do this. Astrid is dead. This man does have mad athleticism. All hands. Okay, and I need to put you in here, and then you in here, and then I go up. 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 And then more of you for my inventory. Boop. Boop. this is the best way. Okay, and then I go here, and then I go here, and here, and then I go up onto this ledge, and then I go... Actually, what if I take you out and I aim you like right there? Yeah. And then I take you and then I go for you. Perfectly as planned. Nothing went untowardly. And then I go up and boom. Flawless. Excuse me. Your hands don't get a little hot and sweaty from physical labor? Well, I hate you, go away. I hate you, go away. Bug. Nope. No bug. Okay. I don't have another rebar, do I? No, I don't. So I have to do it like this. How? Just how? Weird. I wonder why that didn't do what I wanted it to. Okay. At least I'm really good at this first part now. Hurrah to you too. Okay, and then we go like doop. And then I take a can and I run all and I take you and then I put you here and then I take you and then I put you up here. You up here, and then I put you over here because I didn't like the way I put that, and they gotta be all nice and pretty, and that was definitely a good use of my time. Ladder. Nice. Love me a good ladder. Woo! Oops. Okay, let me... Yeah. Can I... Is this grabbable? It's grabbable. It's really grabbable. I like it. Pass 'em. No, I need to wait. I need to wait. I need to let my hands cool off. So many things in the inventory. Yeah. It said, at least my understanding was that as long as it's not red. What? What did that say? My phone's covering the subtitles. And I dropped my phone. Oh, I forgot to plug my phone back in. 1 second. Chaos. It is below you. Well, no shit, but what is question it? What is it? Okay. I see. I see what you wish. I see. Okay, and then I give my... Yeah. I know that it's the stuff that I've fallen into, but like, what is aforementioned stuff? Oh, this one's fancy. Can I? Thank you. Oh, I thought I was missed there. Completely calm, completely normal, completely rational. That's what they call me, Astrid. For how rational I am. Rational Astrid. Okay. Exactly. Thanks for agreeing with me, bud. Okay. If you had to choose between death or me performing your life-saving surgery, which would you pick? Okay. I mean, you performing a life-saving surgery, there's at least a tiny chance I make it. I didn't actually read that right. I looked at the wiki. It appears to be called The Mass. Oh. You performing a life-saving surgery, there's at least a tiny chance I make it. Yeah. If death is imminent, probably picking you would be the smarter choice. Either way, I die. You just want the eldritch horror of me knowing that I killed you with my own flesh. You just want me to live with that knowledge forever. Huh. The implication is that I can do it correctly. Can versus will is... What was that noise for?
Lighting in corridor B12 remains at 64% functionality. Please report any outages.
Interesting, okay. I'm fine? I'm fine. Pro gamer. Literally, my ass cheeks clench so hard on some of those jumps. Like, you ever just play something so stressful that you're just like, wow, gotta clench my ass to win this one. Okay, stop making creepy noises. This is why no one likes you, Jerry. I'm just gonna eat them now. And then... No, it told me how to do it. No, that's not how I do it. No, that's not how I do it either. How do I... I already forgot. How do I... 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Perfect. I see a different path. And boy, howdy am I gonna take it. Oh, too shallow. So then number you, and then I go with you. I go boop, 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 boop. Okay, now I can cycle you away. I'm not gonna look below me, because if I look below me, I'm gonna realize... Yeah, new high score. You're so right. put you on this side, you on that side. I feel like they should have called the 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓𝗓 the 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓𝗓. It just rolls off the tongue a lot better, you know? Oozy and snoozy. What you gonna losey? No. I grab you, and then I grab you, and then I'm up here, and then I go boom, and then I go boom, and then I pick you up, and then I E, Q. I just have a bug for later. It's flawless. See, the looting goblin in my brain just tells me I must. I'm gonna give it to the 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓𝗓. Well, that could have been better placed, I'm not gonna lie. Well, while I'm on you, I can just go boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. And then I put you away. And then I wait for my hand. Yeah. It's free real estate. And then I go grab up here, and then I grab up here, and I gently place myself upon it. And then I go up here, and then I go right here, and then I gently place myself upon it. Okay. I think I need to go over here. Yeah?
Attention.
Yeah?
Routine maintenance has not been conducted in over 3,000 days.
That's a
System
long time.
performance may be suboptimal.
I imagine so. Gotta give my hands a break. Now this is what I call progress. You're so poggers. Okay, and then I put you up here, and then I take you, and I take you, and I put you there, and I put you there, and I take my bug, and I put him there. I have enough time to be worrying about things like that, right? Stop trying to close on me. Thank you for the head pats. Don't make big, loud noises like that. It really throws me off my groove.
Reminder. The cafeteria remains closed indefinitely due to hazardous contamination.
What? What? I didn't... What is this? I didn't fall, so why did I lose my best descent? Y'all make no sense, game devs. Says the girl who notoriously makes no sense. I feel like me not making sense is like part of the brand at this point. Stop trying to close on me. Okay, I'm gonna... You there, you there. Organization. So obviously I need to number 1, number 2, number 1, and number 2. Thanks. Okay, well, I'll just hammer this one in first. Okay, perfect. And then I put you back, and then I go boop, and then I go boop, and I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Perfect. And then to help me just that little bit extra, I'll take you and go like that, and then I'll go like you, and then I go do. Door? Not door. See, this way seems like it has more options.
Emergency. Radiation spike
But this way
detected
seems like the
in
way it
Power
wants to.
Station 5, Reactor Room A3. Protective gear mandatory.
I say calmly. No! Bum, bum. 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 Slurp. Okay, this way seems like the best path. I was wrong about the best path. Shock surprise. New deep storage content unlock. What? Oh, my hand just splurted blood. I see. Don't you just hate it when your hand splurts blood?
Caution. Air exchange superduct 5 biological obstructions detected. Facility airflow levels at 78%.
Run, 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 run. Okay, I need juice. I need juice. I did redacted. Damn. Also, thank you for the lurk, Drowsy. Not the cafeteria. Where am I supposed to get lunch? Got pogs. Oh no. Oh man. Damn. I was doing really good. Until I wasn't. Okay. I got this. I'm just checking for loot. Okay. Is there a better side to this? Doesn't seem like it, so I'm picking the one that I'm under. Oh right, and I can't get slurped by the barnacles. No. Barnacle elsewhere. Please. And thank you. Oops. Okay, now where do I go? Can I like Minecraft crouch over the edge here? No? Okay, well, I can do that guy. I can do the boom 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 boom. And then I can go like that. No, it's too shallow. Too shallow. Too shallow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I like how the wall says run when you're using your hands to climb. I know. Makes no sense. Do you think if I just stood down here long enough, it would just come up on its own? Or do you think like it only spawns after I reach a certain point? Let's test that theory. So chat, how's everyone's day? I apologize if you can hear my fan. I was overheating, so now it's on. My patience doesn't last very long, so I'm assuming you taught your last lab of the semester. Nice. Nice. Have you gotten your results back for your your PhD test thing, whatever it's called? I know it had a fancy name, I just forgot it already. Yeah. It only spawns after a certain amount of time. Okay.
All personnel are to report to the lowest levels. Any resistance will be met with our security force.
I mean, I feel like going to your lowest levels not really conducive to my health. Not gonna lie. Never mind, I'm fine. Not really thinking that's gonna do much for me personally. But hey, I've been wrong before. Do you think like the facility is trying to kill me? Because I mean, so far everything I've heard the facility say has sounded like something that somebody who wants to kill me would say. I say calmly. It's next month. Oh, I thought that you already did that. Day has been a pretty unfun day. Air conditioner broke and it's been hot all day. I don't envy you. If our air conditioner broke, I'd probably die because my skin would cook itself. So I have time to study now since I don't have to TA anymore. That's good. More study time, more Astrid time. The 2 circle of life things that you need. They say, perhaps they're trying to cover it up. Perhaps. They need to do better. Okay, well. That was some... Interesting. 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 Haha. Losers. Get on my level. You can't tell me that wasn't a big brain move without lying. I didn't mean to eat that, but when do I mean to do anything?
Alert. Air exchange ventilation cycle delayed. Atmospheric pressure may fluctuate unexpectedly.
Ah, that doesn't seem ideal. I like my atmosphere to, you know, fluctuate in very exact ways, actually. I'm just gonna eat this one. Okay. What? Interesting. Wow, when I overreact and almost kill myself because I overreacted. Just kidding, I would never. No. I'm fine. Okay, I don't know what this does. Okay, well, I'll put you there, I guess. And then I'll put you there, I guess. And then I'll carry you, I guess, because what else can I do? Nah, I'm just gonna abandon it. I have enough. I'm not gonna regret that later. Nope, not me. That would require me to feel emotions. I like this little wall climby. I very much enjoy it, I say calmly. Astrid never under or overreacts. She always reacts exactly as much as appropriate. Exactly. Exactly. Also, thank you for the lurk. Evan, I hope you have a good night. Honestly, I don't know how anyone would fall asleep in one of my streams. It just makes no sense to me. Because, like, I'm me. I don't really seem like I'm relaxing. Jesus.
Attention. Facility power levels critical. Main reactor failure detected. Auxiliary systems running at 85%.
Don't seem too ideal. Not gonna lie. That could be higher. Maybe I should stop picking up things. No, it's fine. I might need them later. See, I need it. Maybe I should use the throwy boy for this one. Because I feel like I am slowly getting in danger. I'm in danger. The glorpin just doesn't make me feel like I'm safe, you know? Okay. No. I'm fine. Okay, I'm not gonna pick anything up because I don't need any more things. I went the wrong way.
Caution. Fluctuating pressure detected in air exchange regulator valves. Stand clear of all intake vents during adjustments.
Okay, well, I need to... Uh-oh, I can hear the spooky glorp. Don't want no spooky glorps. Okay, okay. Okay, I only got one chance on this. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Oh. Okay.
Communication systems down. All external contact lost.
Abracadabra, 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 abracadabra. Don't just say devil tonight. Abracadabra. And then, no, it's too shallow. I think I'm gonna have to put you here, take you out, put you here, put you in Q so that I can go like, and then I can go like, and I can bonk you in, but you're gonna, I fear this is it, folks. I fear that was it, folks. That was pretty smart. Flashbang by the light. Well, Astrid never. True. When 3 a.m. rolls around, I start to fall asleep whether I want to or not. Actually insane. 10 out of 10 skills. Rest in peace. Indeed, I am in peace. I am in rest. I am in resting in pieces. Anyways, guess death is a marketable moment. Indeed. But on that note, I am actually going to call it for today. I'm going to do a respectable 2.5-hour stream today. Some of which I was away for, but that's fine. And we're actually going to raid someone. Because friendship, of course. Welcome back. You just missed me saying we're ending stream. I am being respectful and not at all bad about my own health. But we are going to raid into a friend of mine. One of my classmates from, you know, Amane Akashi. She is a puppy idol maid that's not at all confusing. And she's aware it's not at all confusing. So, of course, as always, remember to use our little raid emotes. They are free for everyone. And I will see you over there, chat.